And we're back. Okay. Investigation. Last we left off, day 2 of the trial had just wrapped up. We gotta get back to investigating. We gotta find a way to clear our buddy's name. What was Mr. Edgeworth talking about? A memory of a crime that I committed. A memory of murder. Do you really think Mr. Edgeworth killed? Well, considering the high considering the high incarceration rate in Japan and California, it wouldn't be surprising if Miles Edgeworth did get a few innocent people declared guilty and given the death sentence. So yeah, he could possibly be responsible for at least one innocent person dying if he's always gotten a guilty verdict. Until Phoenix came on. I don't believe it. Not Edgeworth. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently. But he never takes someone's life. Never. Nick. Yo, how's everyone doing? What do you think of my performance today? I had him swooning in the aisles, huh, Maya? Swooning? Me? Oh yes, I do remember feeling faint. Right on, tell me the truth. It was like love at first sight, right? Right, Nick? Huh? Me? Why, well, maybe my heart skipped a beat or two. Even the game does. Oh, they're admitted it. The game admits it. Phoenix is bisexual. I think you can do better than that. Come on, I saved Edgeworth in there, dude. Edgy. You guys should be bowing before me. Yeah, bow to your hero. Okay. Larry, you really helped out in the trial today. You did. If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty, and they would have sent him to the Shadow Realm. But seriously, Nick, that bow shop caretaker guy is pretty suspicious. But Edgy ain't off the hook yet. Way to spoil the mood, Larry. Hey, I'm just a guy sitting in the audience, you know? But from where I was sitting, Edgy seemed pretty edgy. I mean, can you really know he's telling the truth about that night? Nick, I don't know. But what I do know is, I'm going to believe in you two until the end. Us two? Edgeworth and who else? You mean me, right? Nah, he means me, right, Nick? Yeah, you, Larry. Not me. Why you, Larry? Phoenix, why are you such a dick to Maya? Actually, yeah, why me, Nick? Enough of the silent treatment. Nick, why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true, but when we first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think? Yeah? You didn't know him back then. Back when he wanted to become a defense attorney. Wait, was that when you two were classmates? Yes, in grade school. They saved me. Miles and Larry. They saved me, and I'll never forget it. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know. What? Hey, Larry, what's he talking about? Huh? Sorry, I kind of forgot. Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm going to hear the story today, and that's final. Okay. It's kind of a long story, so hang in there. It was the very end of 3rd grade. I was on trial. A class trial, like Danganronpa. A class trial? You remember, Larry? Spring, end of 3rd grade? A kid in our class got his lunch money stolen. Lunch money? Our school was really small. Every month, kids would bring in an envelope with money for lunch from home. Capitalism. Huh, I see. Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared, with $38 still inside. Oh yeah, now that you mention it, I do remember that. I can see why you'd forget, though. You were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. I was coming down with a cold, so I'd skip PE that day. I was the only one not in class. So they thought you did it. Yeah, the kids in class said I should be put on trial. Trial? So the next day we held a classroom trial, with me as the defendant. I didn't do it. Guilty! He did it! Guilty! It was you! Thief! Give the money back! You're such a meanie! No one play with him! Just admit you did it! You can't hide the truth! Tell us the truth! We're not gonna play with you anymore! Yeah, no bar eraser! He should be allowed to do less! Or on the library committee! Give me back my 50 cents in them! Hey, did you rob that bank the other day? Your life is nothing! You serve zero purpose! Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right. In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it. Go over and apologize, Phoenix. Oh, baby Phoenix. I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad, I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologize. I went to where the boy whose money had been stolen was sitting. And that's when it happened. Objection! He shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in a trial is evidence. Anything else has no place. You should all be ashamed. Amateurs. Miles? It wasn't you who stole my money, was it? No. Then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That is why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent. But Miles, it was your money that was stolen. Yeah, he did it. He's the one. We don't need proof. Make him say sorry. Why don't you all just shut up? Oh no, that's Larry. This is always how it is. Everybody ganging up and picking on one person. Just think how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. Very well. I will replace the money myself. This class trial is over. That's how it happened. After that, the three of us were the best of friends. Wow, I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. That's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone, without a friend in the world. You did a good thing, Larry. Yeah, well, I was just lucky that I took the day off from school. If I'd been there, they would have thought I'd been there. So I took it kind of personal, see? When something smells, it's usually the butts. And after the trial, Edgeworth and I talked after that class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. I'm going to become a defense attorney, just like my father. Is he a famous defense attorney? Then, a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school. The DL6 incident. Right. I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death. That's so sad. It was several years later when I heard Edward's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like, Dark Suspicions of a Demon Attorney. Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimony, covering up facts. The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. But why? What happened? I mean, that's not the Edgy I used to know at all. That's what I thought too. I tried to get in touch with him I don't know how many times. He never replied. I guess he didn't want to see his old friends. I couldn't just drop it, though. I wanted to meet him, to learn why he had become who he became. That's when I decided. Wait, you don't mean... That's why? That's why you became a defense attorney? To meet Edgeworth? If I was a defense attorney, I knew he'd have to meet me whether he wanted to or not. In court. Edgeworth believed in me, and I believe in him. He's in pain, and no one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him. Whoa, Nick. So was that why you helped me out for free? Yeah. I helped you because I believed in you. Except I don't remember saying I'd do it for free. Oh, Nick! Nick! We have to save Mr. Edgeworth if it's the last thing we do, okay? You know, you have got to start, like, I guess invoice, receipts. I don't know. It may or may well be. First, there's that rental boat shop caretaker. We need to find out who or what he is. I'd settle for who. I guess I could clean up some of this evidence I no longer need. Okay, let's go. We're off to see the monster of Gourd Lake Park. Hey, Belle, long time no see. Did you know that Detective Gumshoe is the guy who throws all the confetti at the end of every trial? Oh, Detective Gumshoe. Close one today, yeah. I got so worked up, I snapped my tie in half. Sorry about that. No prob, Belle. Thanks to you, we now know who really did it. You mean the boat shop caretaker? Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have that scoundrel in my custody by Childtown tomorrow. Come what may. It's my duty to you as a police officer. Now I'm off to catch me a criminal. Detective Gumshoe sure is active today. Oh, one other thing. No one can go into the woods today. The woods? Where Lotta was camping. Yeah, the woods are off limits to camping, and apparently the park ranger found out. He got pretty mad. No one could go in for a while. I guess Lotta's in a lot of trouble. Anyway, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. You just gotta go. Huh? The steel eyesore is missing. Eyesore! Looks like the hot dog stand is closed too. I guess Larry's too busy worrying about Mr. Edgeworth to show up for work. Maybe he got sacked. That old caretaker got away. Yep. I never imagined he might be the real murderer. I'd know that clear to the throat anywhere. Ah, hello. What might you be doing here? Out for a walk, hmm? Ah, the days of my youth, like the scent of fresh lemon, you see. Mr. Grossberg, this is no time for idle reminiscence. Mr. Edgeworth's trial ends tomorrow. That is true, yes. But from what I saw of today's trial, Edgeworth should be fine, right? Well, I'm not so sure about that. What do you mean by that? Well, I'm not sure. If you find anything out, come by my office at once. I may be able to offer you some assistance. Thanks. Bye. What do you think Mr. Grossberg was doing here anyway? Maybe he is also investigating the case. Who knows? Feels like every defense attorney also... Because it feels like every attorney, defense or prosecution, they also have the job of private investigator. But again, this is based on, like, the Japan legal system. So maybe that's just how it works in Japan. I mean, I don't think there's any law saying that lawyers can't investigate crime scenes. Is there? Nobody's home. Hello? Hello? Hey, it's Polly. Wonder where your owner's gone, Polly. Hello? Hello? I can't believe he'd run off and leave his poor parrot to fend for herself. Hello? Hello? Maybe I should take care of Polly, Nick. You probably shouldn't just kidnap her. The police know about her anyway. I'm sure they'll do something. Yeah, they're gonna put the parrot in witness protection. Sorry, Polly. He says I can't take you. Great, now the bird's gonna hate me. Just... Looks like he didn't turn the heater on. I guess he hasn't been back here since the trial. That reminds me, Nick. Polly here knows the number to the safe, right? Yeah, that's right. Polly, what's the number to the safe? 1228! 1228. One after Magna Carta. I'm sure there isn't any money in there. But there could be evidence. He keeps it locked, right? So there must be something of value in there. I'm not so sure. Okay, Nick, let's see what's in there. I guess there might be a clue or two. Come on. The only thing in here is a letter. A letter? Ah, boring. There's no name or signature on this thing. It's handwritten in very precise, clear letters. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Edgeworth? That's the same name as my best friend. Why would Mr. Edgeworth's name be on here? How should I know? Aw, shoot. Whatever. I'm sure I didn't say anything on it. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. It also says, this is your last chance. Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life? The rest of the letter goes on to describe the murder plot in detail. How to kill Robert Hammond and frame Edgeworth. Calling Edgeworth out to the lake, getting on the boat, firing twice. This is exactly what I figured out today in court. It's all here in perfect detail. Bring that to the police. Are you kidding me? What do you think it means, Nick? I don't know, but it looks like these are instructions for that caretaker. When he killed Robert Hammond and called out Edgeworth, he was following instructions. But who could have written that letter? And what does it mean to get revenge on Miles Edgeworth? Look, I don't know, okay? But one thing's for certain. This letter is an amazing clue. Letter from the safe added to the court record. This is going to be the best surprise evidence ever. Ugh. Fucking boogers. I hate boogers. Ah! What's wrong? Huh? Oh, no, never mind. What? Tell me. Just when I saw the TV, I remembered. Ugh. They're showing a Pink Princess special this week. Oh. See? That's why I didn't want to tell you. I'll do another take. See? That's why I didn't want to tell you. Outside. Ah, can't go to the... Okay. Looks like Detective Gumshoe hasn't gone back yet. Gumshoe? He won't be coming back today. Oh, really? He said there was some guy he had to arrest by tomorrow. The boat shop caretaker. He shouted something about catching him if it's the last thing I do, pal. Good luck, Gumshoe. Hello, Daddy. What? Who said that? You look as grim as always. Mr. Edgeworth, I heard the story about the class trial. Class trial? What do you mean? You don't remember? No, I don't. Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it? In the 3rd grade? Lunch money. 3rd grade. Psycho Mantis. Right, I seem to remember something like that. Nick, I think you're the only one who really remembers. Well, it probably only really mattered to me anyway. Mr. Edgeworth, didn't you know? That trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney. Ridiculous. Gee, thanks. That said, does sound like the kind of thing you do. You haven't changed a bit, have you, Wright? So simple. To a fault, even. And that's why he loves you. Well, maybe, yeah, but I think you changed too much, Edgeworth. Perhaps. Listen, we have evidence, and it might be... Edgeworth, see this letter? This came out of the safe in the shack where that boat rental caretaker lives. I see. Revenge on me? This could clear... Who is that old guy, anyway? I don't know. Could he be an innocent defendant? You got declared guilty or something? Nice, right. But I don't remember that old man. Not at all. So he was following this letter, then. Which means there was someone else behind it. Now's the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. Two men, meaning myself and Robert Hammond. It also says this is your last chance. Last chance? Wait, maybe. Maybe he's talking about the statute of limitations on the DL6 incident. Wait, that old man. What is it? Do you know who he is? Yogi. Could he have been Yogi? Yogi? The suspect in the DL6 incident. The one who was found innocent. Oh, cool. Gregory Edgeworth. Lost trial. His fiance's... Jesus, that's dark. He was the suspect. Yanni Yogi. It was that case that changed my life. And tomorrow on December 28th, the statute of limitations runs out. Tomorrow. Could that be a coincidence? But even if the case is finally closed on paper, it will never be erased from my memory. Ever. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. Well then. Oh, right, I should talk to Grossberg. I hope you don't do something stupid, Phoenix, like show this very, de-incriminating evidence to, like, the fucking Yakuza. Like, hey, this evidence clears my client's name. I'm gonna show it to the guy who I think is the murderer. No way this could go wrong. But again, Japan. When does he work, anyway? Now, don't be harsh. Guess we'll have to come back later. Guess we'll have to go back later. Guess we'll have to come back later. Guess... One day left, Nick. Yeah, I know. Well, no time to waste. Let's get going. Wanna talk to him? Okay. What did I miss, huh? Okay, I already did everything I could. Doesn't look like he used this kitchen much. You're right. I guess the whole pasta restaurant thing was a lie. He has dementia. Well, you thought he was telling the truth. Also, what the heck is pasta? What is noodles? I only eat jelly-filled donuts and hamburgers, because I'm an American. Maybe we should bring it to Detective Gumshoe. Don't you think the caretaker would mind? Well, we can just leave him the metal detector in exchange. Maybe we'd better not. Maybe we could ask for the... Nah, that's stupid. Anything I can ask? Oh, right. Might as well talk about it. Hey, Edgeworth, why did you become a prosecutor anyway? You used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to be a defense attorney, right? Well, I'm glad you asked me, Wright. It all started when, my brother, Chuck McGill, sabotaged my plans to become a defense attorney, and he even tried to get me disbarred. He said, "You're not a real lawyer. Miles Edgeworth with a law degree is like a chimp with a machine gun." I have never seen Better Call Saul. I couldn't let myself deny reality like you. What do you mean? My father was taken from me, and you want me to defend criminals. I'm sorry, Wright, but I'm not that good of a person. One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right? Yes, the man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Yanni Yogi. Yanni? Yanni? I'm going with Yanni. He had to be the shooter, any way you look at it. Yet, he was found innocent. That defense attorney got him off the hook. That would be Robert Hammond. But why would he kill Robert Hammond on that day 15 years ago? 3 of us were trapped in that elevator for 5 hours. When we were rescued, we all suffered oxygen deprivation. I lost all memory of the murder. Lost your memory? Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney's argument in court. He claimed Yogi had been not of sound mind due to oxygen deprivation. Yogi was released due to a lack of evidence. Innocent. Wow, the court act... Wow, I sure wish my clients could have been released due to a lack of evidence. That's when I changed my mind. I started to hate defense attorneys. What's your relationship with Von Karma? He's my teacher, and a man who deserves respect. I learned everything I know of courtroom techniques from him. So he's like my sister was to you, Nick. He is a perfectionist in all things. In court, in his personal life. He's obsessed with doing everything perfectly. Perfectly, huh? In all the cases he has taken on, none were left unsolved. Not one suspect was declared innocent, ever. That can't be a good thing, because, like, statistically, at least one of the suspects would have actually been innocent, and so they were wrongfully imprisoned, or worse. I know. It's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it's impossible for us to actually determine that in a case. All Von Karma does is his job to find the suspect guilty perfectly. Yeah, see, in America, it's the opposite. It's agreed that it's better to let 2 murderers walk free than to let even 1 innocent person be imprisoned. In any case, it's nigh well impossible to find a weakness in him. Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away. Even forge evidence? Edgeworth, if what you're saying is true, you're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow. He's right! Now's no time to praise the enemy, Mr. Edgeworth. It's a strange situation in which I find myself, I'll admit. No kidding. Yanni Yogi was a court bailiff at the time. We just happened to be in that elevator together 15 years ago. The quake was incredibly strong. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were there for so long it felt like forever. The air thinned, and the darkness closed in on us in that little box. We became unsettled. Help! I can't breathe! Quiet, I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. I want to get out. Help! Get us out! Don't shout, you'll just use up more oxygen. That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in a hospital bed staring up at the ceiling. In court, Yanni Yogi's mental condition was called into question. They claimed the oxygen deprivation and stress had caused temporary insanity, hypoxia. In the end, the claim passed the court. Yogi was found innocent. But isn't that strange? This letter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why do you want to take revenge on you? Right. Yeah? There's something that's been troubling me these last few days. I don't know whether or not I should tell you. You mean the nightmare? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed. A memory of a murder. Dun dun dun. I think the time has come to tell all. For the last 15 years, I've had the same dream almost every night. I wake up in a fearful sweat every time. What kind of dream? It's a dream about my father's killing. In the dark. Have we gone through that before? I can't breathe. You're using up my air. What? Edgeworth's father. It reminds me of Atticus Finch. To kill a mockingbird, and that's probably intentional. Stop breathing my air, I'll stop you. Ah, what are you? Stop breathing my air! No, father! He's attacking father! Then I see the pistol lying by my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from that day in court or the bailiffs. The days I pick up the pistol. Get away! He threw the pistol. Get away from my father. That proves my client couldn't have done it, because if my client did want to kill the victim with a gun, he would have thrown the gun. He would have pistol whipped. Because that's how gays use guns. That's how gay men use guns. I'm gonna get canceled by gun users. And with that scream, I wake. It's a bone-chilling scream. A scream that has run in my ears for the past 15 years. It sounded a little bit like this. No, you really don't need to. But that's just a dream, right? Right? That thought is the only thing that has kept me sane for the last 15 years. But what if I'm wrong? What if it's real? I think that sometimes people shut out memories in self-defense. Maybe it was I who killed my father. What? If you think about it that way, this letter makes sense. Get revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Think about it. Yogi was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me. Wait, Edgeworth, you mean... It was me. I was the true criminal of TL6. I shot my father. This is bad. What are we gonna do, Nick? What can we do? I don't know. I don't think there's anything we can do, like it or not. There's something else who knows a lot about the DL6 incident, maybe. There is, Nick. There is someone else who knows about DL6. Alright, I gotta go. Sit tight. Don't say anything to the cops. Mr. Grossberg. Ah, hello there. What's wrong? You look troubled. That's not the voice to us. No kidding, I can't believe you're not. My. Just calm down and tell me what's happened. Hmm? Yes, Mr. Edgeworth, he... God, Maya's just probably, like, just trying really hard to throw it together, man. I see. So, Edgeworth dreamt he shot his own father? It's only a dream. Only a dream. I wonder. What? If that's the case, then why do you look look so troubled? Hmm? Well, also consider this. Yogi quite certainly holds a deep grudge against Miles Edgeworth. Ugh, fuck. Is this gonna be a regular occurrence? With my diaphragm? So deep he'd want to frame him for murder. This leads me to surmise that Mr. Edgeworth's dream was not a dream, it was real, as you imagined. Miles Edgeworth threw the pistol to save his father. Yeah, that wouldn't cause him to be shot. The pistol fired, and the deed was done. No! I don't believe it. Yogi was suspected of murder, and his career as a bailiff was irrevocably wrecked. He was cancelled. Thus, he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. You millennial leftists who have never lived one day under nuclear threat can now reflect upon it. I gotta make something in... Objection, lol. This was his last chance, of course, so with the statute of limitations so close. Gregory. What do you know about Edgeworth's father? He was a defense attorney without peer. It sounds trite, but it's true. Well, he may have had one peer, now that I think about it. Your mentor, Mia Fey. My sister? Gregory Edgeworth was very disapproving of Mr. Von Karma's techniques. That's no surprise. Von Karma is an extreme man. Forged testimonies and evidence are nothing to him. The result, he has a perfect win record in court. To beat him, Gregory Edgeworth tried to call attention to his methods. And he lost. And died in despair, as it were. I see. When Gregory Edgeworth was killed, the police called on a spirit medium. That was your mother, Misty Fey. I am Gregory Edgeworth. I have been killed. The one who shot me was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi. But that's not... Yet Yogi was found innocent because of Robert Hammond. That's when my mother left us. Everyone called her a fraud. But that's not right, because Maya channeled her sister, and that helped Phoenix clear his name. That's right. Everyone thought she was. Yet, now that I think about it, it seems the one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth's ghost. Gregory Edgeworth must have known who shot him. I don't believe it. He lied to protect his son from beyond the grave. So you're saying he falsified his testimony? That Edgeworth's dad lied to protect his son? It's only a possibility, mind you. But a possibility nonetheless. Let's go back to... If there's something else I needed to present. So this is like, it does seem that Yogi was following this letter when he killed Hammond. But why kill Robert Hammond? Hammond was a skilled defense attorney, but he defended clients not for their sake, but for his own. His own sake? He never trusted his clients, that one. The only thing he trusted was his own ability. But he got his client found innocent, so why shouldn't it matter? Actually, my dear, it's quite different. He won that innocent verdict for no one but himself. Yogo's a free man, but socially he was ruined. Ah, so it's kind of like he's kind of like Saul Goodman. Huh? You'll understand soon enough. Foreshadowing! Foreshadowing! Wait! What is it? This letter. I've seen this handwriting somewhere before. A long time ago. Whose handwriting was this? Do you have any idea who wrote this? Could it be Manfred von Karma? Von Karma? Why would he have something to do with this? Oh, I'm not sure. Von Karma. Von Karma. Wait, you're right, my boy. This is Von Karma's handwriting, I'm sure of it. I used to see it all the time on court reports. What? But that means the one who told Mr. Yogi to kill was... Correct. Manfred von Karma himself. He orchestrated it. What does this mean, then? Why would von Karma want to frame Edgeworth? If it truly was von Karma who wrote this letter, then he would know the truth. He would know that Miles Edgeworth had accidentally killed his own father. He'll say as much tomorrow in court, I think. He'll press the point until the court finds Miles Edgeworth guilty. Oh, no! But how could von Karma know about Mr. Edgeworth's past like this? Even Mr. Edgeworth thought it was just a nightmare. That I do not know. But you do know that von Karma is both persistent and a perfectionist. He may be seeking to satisfy a grudge against Gregory Edgeworth by hurting his son. What do you mean? It was 15 years ago. Von Karma met Gregory Edgeworth in court, and von Karma did win. But he didn't make it through the trial unscarred. Like, what happened in the trial between Edgeworth's dad and von Karma? Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted. He won the trial. But Gregory Edgeworth accused von Karma of faulty evidence. And though he lost the trial, Mr. Edgeworth's accusation stood. Faulty evidence. It was the only penalty von Karma has ever received in his career as a prosecutor. Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Wow. It must have been quite a shock for von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. A vacation. Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting. Really? He doesn't take vacations? Like go to sea or to the mountains? Nah, he's got that hustle grind set, baby. Don't tell me he's never been to Europe. You know, strange ideas about vacations, Maya. Why would you want to go to Europe? In any case, that was the only time he took a vacation from work. I believe the penalty upset him quite a lot. Odd. If he wanted to keep a perfect record so badly, why would he take such a long vacation? What do we do, Nick? When Karma's going to bring up DL6, you can bet on it. What if Mr. Edgeworth pleads guilty to DL6? I won't let him! That's... yes, Mr. Wright. I had to say this, that even accidental murder is murder, you know. Yeah, but certainly carries a lighter sentence, right? I know that. just believe Edward's innocence. I can't believe he'd kill someone. But Nick, Mr. Edgeworth admits it himself. His father must have lied to protect him from beyond the grave. I don't care. I know he's not guilty. Mr. Wright, if you say so, suppose we could go check again. The police files might hold something of interest. Mr. Grossberg, thank you. I can't promise anything. In fact, I think the chances of finding something are slim. I understand. The police materials. Let's go to the cops. There's hardly anyone here. Everyone must be out looking for the old guy. Yogi. Ah, it's you. I don't think Gumshoe will be coming back today. He's staying out late looking for someone. Sounds like Detective Gumshoe is pounding the pavement for real. We were wondering if we could check out the records room again. Man, Detective Gumshoe, he works the hardest. No one works harder than Gumshoe in this game. He does not deserve all those salary cuts. Well, now, I can't have just anyone wandering around in here. I'm a lawyer, but I guess Mr. Von Karma's in there now anyway. You can go in as long as he's there. Von Karma. Yes, he just arrived, actually. Von Karma's in the records room. Nick, let's hurry. Wait. Let's think about this. If he... Dusty as always. We were only here just yesterday. I'm sure they just haven't had time to clean. What's wrong, Nick? Nothing. I was just noting that he isn't here. Von Karma. Huh? One of the drawers here is open. Someone must have been looking in it recently. A label says, unsolved cases, evidence. Unsolved cases. Nick! The file for DL6, it's completely empty. What? Wait. But we have the DL6 file! We have it right here! What, are you telling me that we lost that? What are you doing in here? Of course it's empty, because we took the maybe they didn't. They just took, like, the summary, but not the, evidence. Von Karma? You? How do you know my name? Huh? Have we met? What are you saying? We see each other every day, don't we? We're Miles Ezra's defense team. Defense team? I beg your pardon. You see, I rarely remember defense attorneys. They are like bugs to me. Needless things to be crushed. You can see how this guy was Ezra's mentor. Listen, back to Miles' trial. Tomorrow will be the last day of this trial. It's been a while since I've had a defense attorney last this long. Still, you will lose in the end. Miles Edgeworth will admit his own guilt. His guilt of 15 years ago, you mean? You're quite the researcher. If you've done your homework so well, then certainly you must understand. You know what Miles Edgeworth will tell the court tomorrow. We were right. So Von Karma's going to bring up DL6 in court tomorrow. Mr. Edgeworth is your student, right? A romanticist who still can't shed that veneer of amateurism, just like his father, only second-rate. Mr. Von Karma, you had an axe to grind with Mr. Gregory Edgeworth, didn't you? Me? A grudge against a mere defense attorney? Why? Because he dealt a blow to your otherwise perfect trial record? So you did, but what I don't get is, why did you take his son under your wing afterwards? The son of your most bitter rival. That, my dear attorney, is none of your business. Okay, time to do the dumbest thing ever. Mr. Von Karma, have a look at this. This was you, wasn't it? You instructed Yanni Yogi to commit murder. Yanni Yogi? How many years has it been since I've heard him called by that name? He's a fool. I told him to burn it after he read it. Just openly admitting this in a police station. So you admit it. You wrote Mr. Yogi this letter. Yes, my dear defense attorney. Thank you for taking the trouble to bring it to me. No, quick! You saved me a lot of needless hassle. What? Nick, what is that thing? Oh shit, he's got a piece! It's stun gun for self-defense usually. Indeed. 600,000 volts will course through your body like a dog touching an electric fence. 600,000. Oh, don't worry. People don't die from it, usually. Now, give me the letter. This man is just a fucking cartoon villain. No! What are you? Nick, run! Fire! Out of my way! Great going, dumbass. Ugh, he got us. The letter's gone, of course. Why did you... And he took the deal's evidence. All of it. I guess Phoenix is... Maybe because Phoenix wants to play by the rules, you know, like... Oh, my opponents, they always bring up evidence that I don't know about, but not me. All the evidence that I bring up, I'm gonna tell everyone about it. And that always bites them in the ass. So, you know what? Maybe Edgeworth had the right idea to, like, keep all of his evidence a secret. Because I bet that if he did... like, go around saying, I'd like to submit this evidence, someone would silence them. Because the Yakuza are everywhere. Back to having no clues. Can't... Maya jumped first. Maya! Is she okay? Maya! Maya! Open your eyes! Maya! The letter, did he take it? Huh? Oh, yeah. Are you okay? I couldn't stop him. I jumped as fast as I could, but one shot from that thing knocked me out cold. I'm useless. You should have ran when you had the chance, Phoenix. I'm no good as a lawyer or a medium. I can't even call my sister. Not even now when we need her the most. I wish I hadn't woken up at all. Oh, God. Maya! There has to be some way I can help her. I'd better do something about her self-confidence first. Maya, she's holding something. What is that? A bullet? DL6 instant, evidence number 7, taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeworth. I remember. Von Karma was holding this when Maya jumped him. Clear ballistic markings. I'll prove it to you, Maya. You're most definitely not useless. I'll prove it to you in court tomorrow. Okay, you know what? We're gonna breeze right through this. We're gonna go straight to the trial. I want to see what happens. So, yeah, we're doing that now. Come on. December 28th, 9:51 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 2. This is it. Judgment Day. Today, things are going to get settled at last. A lot of things. What's the big idea? Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. Guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with a stun gun yesterday. Static electricity. It's a bitch and a half. Anyway, today's the last trial of the trial. Good luck, Nick. Yeah, thanks, Maya. Edgeworth is looking glum as always. Hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard. Remember, Edgeworth, you do not have to answer anything. Use the right to remain silent. What are you doing? Sorry, I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back. Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge. Ew. What the hell, Phoenix? You can't just tell a woman to discharge. Right. Right, good idea. Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out. Ooh, yeah, pal! Oh, hey, Edgeworth. Ugh. What's gotten into that girl? Detective Gumshoe. Morning, Mr. Edgeworth. Good morning. How'd it go, Detective? Have no fear. As promised, I've captured our runaway caretaker. I just brought him in. Took all night, pal. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired. Actually, after that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good. Yogi says he's forgotten his own name. But that has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? Sleeper agent. He does remember, and I'm going to prove it. District Court. Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready. Right, very well. We have reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I ask that the prosecution submit decisive evidence. Understood. Come on, don't be awed into silence by every little thing he says. Flies. Very well. Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Statement. Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. Yep, still recording. I really don't want to fuck this up because I've had a few accidents where like, oh no, I haven't been recording. So all that footage, it's lost. Okay, that's enough. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's effort, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense... Goddamn flies. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Ah! Oh, my teeth are arcane. Ugh. Very well. Please bring the witness into the courtroom. Ladies and gentlemen of the Giraffe, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he's currently lost memory of his name and identity. Witness? Why did you run away yesterday? The witness was not running away, as he wants now testify. I see. Very well, please begin your testimony. I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did. But I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean,
I did one of those motor things, right? And I don't got one. So, my testimony yesterday stands as is.
Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we? He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi. You're Yanni Yogi, and I'm gonna prove it.
Yesterday, like I did.
I'd call what you did running away, and not just leaving. You heard Larry's testimony and realized you were in danger. Oh, Mr. Wright, there's no need to rush to conclusions. As I said, the witness is not running away. Listen to the testimony. He sure seems relaxed. In fact, they both do Von Karma and Yanni Yogi.
Oh, he went to buy some food for Polly, see?
Food.
Well, Polly is a bit of a gourmand, you see. She only eats these high-quality bird pellets from France. They only have them in the big pet shop downtown.
But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to the caretaker shack?
Oh, well, I kinda got lost, you see.
The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. Then why are we trusting his testimony? When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack. Yeah, right. Nice try, Von Karma. No one's gonna believe that. I see. So he was lost. Please, Your Honor, come to your senses.
I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I need one of those motor things, right? And I got one.
Oh, yes. Just son of a bip. I need one of those motives. Oh, right. He stole the letter. Because you're a dumbass, Phoenix. You're a dumbass. Let's see. Okay. Nope. Mr. Wright, why are you showing that parrot? Trust me, the parrot will be important. You've lost much of your memory, is that correct?
Yep, seems like it.
Then how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having a memory. You know exactly who you are. The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof. How am I supposed to prove what's going on in that old codger's head? That's impossible. I'm glad you've come to your senses, right? Very well, witness, please continue.
I mean, I need one of those motor things, right? And I don't got one.
I know. Wait. Prove who this man who knows. Let's see what. Now. No. You just had to show your evidence. You just had to show your smoking gun evidence, didn't you? How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right? Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of everything but on several years ago. He can't hold a grudge. It's impossible. Have to be resigned about his memory. Otherwise, it's going to be the same thing over and over until this trial ends. First, I have to prove to this man who he is. For Paul, you see. Figured I got nothing to do with this incident. I know it's the parrot, because the parrot remembers everything. I'm just going to present the parrot everywhere. And if I lose because I was cringe, then I'll lose. Okay. Nope. Damn it. Evidence. You've lost much of your memory, is that correct?
Yep, seems like it.
Oh, then how could you know they didn't have... Oh, shit, I already asked him about this. Proof.
Might I say something, Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor?
You've been saying the same thing now over and over. You've been calling the witness's memory of the past or lack thereof into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case?
Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said that he has nothing to do with this case and no motive. Both these statements are lies.
Order, order. Mr. Wright, there is a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying you know who this witness is?
Of course, Your Honor. Hoo-hoo. Now, this is interesting. I would like to know myself, so who is he? Don't play dumb, Von Karma.
Mr. Wright, please tell us this witness's name.
His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff.
Yogi? That name seems familiar. Oh, Yanni Yogi, from the DL6 incident.
Figures the judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case.
But what does this mean?
Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive. Jump into conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This man, this witness, is Yanni Yogi. Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. And allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory. This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, then I've got nowhere else to go. Nick, how are you going to prove it? How can you prove that he's Yanni Yogi? It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Your Honor. Oh boy, here it comes. Please take this man's fingerprints. Damn it, when's the parrot gonna come into play? Then, we'll compare them to the fingerprints on file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago.
I see, that makes sense.
Huh? I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. What are you talking about? The witness has no fingerprints. What? What? No fingerprints?
You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingers working with the stuff. Yup.
What? Yogi, you snake. You burned your fingerprints off to hide your past.
Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we will not be able to prove his identity.
No, no! The parrot! Bring out the parrot! Bring out the parrot! It seems that the case has been decided, no? No! I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. But no, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way. The parrot. There is no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one. Nick, what are we gonna do? I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do? Bring out the parrot, please. Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parrot for a little comic relief, hmm? Yeah, very funny. You're a sore winner, Von Karma. Wait a second. Cross-examine his parrot? What is it, Nick? No, you're not going to... Your Honor! The defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal.
Take Mr. Von Karma up?
On my proposal? Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot. He blinked.
Order! Order! Well, what do you think, Von Karma?
Need you even ask? This is a farce. I object. Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested. Well, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest. Edgeworth is over in the corner, just fucking face palming. Of course, should you go through with this, and nothing comes of it, and I hope you're ready for the consequences. Nick, this is crazy. Well, still want to go through with a little game? Please just take the L. Bring out the parrot, please. Let the parrot take the stand. I will cross-examine her, Your Honor. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Von Karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except the parrot. She's my last chance. At least, I think so.
Bailiff, bring in the parrot. That's quite a bird. Please tell us your name. Name? The witness is ignoring me.
It must hurt to be ignored by a bird.
Very well, witness. Who is your owner? Please testify for us.
Hello, right?
Certainly the most concise testimony we've had so far. Very well, begin your cross-examination.
Right. What are you going to do, Nick? I don't know. What do we do, Maya? Who is on? Hello? This is really harming my credibility. Actually, I like how this isn't harming my credibility. This isn't harming my credibility. Me interrogating the parrot doesn't harm my credibility, but me bringing up evidence does. Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her. Right, what do I say? Let me say first. Have we forgotten something? 2 days ago. Polly, have we forgotten something? Alright. Don't forget the L6. Alright. If I can get Polly to say that here, that'll prove that the caretaker has something to do with Deal 6. Polly, have we forgotten something? Hello, right? Damn it. That's not what you're supposed to say. Sorry, but snitches get stitches, right? something we forgot. Hello? Hello? Alright? Oh, it's not working, Nick. She won't say it. It's ridiculous. Why won't she say it? Something the matter, Mr. Wright? Wait. Don't tell me Montgomery expected this. He couldn't have retrained the parrot, could he? Did he train her not to respond when he asked if he forgotten anything? This bitch has thought of everything. Say something, you fuck. Witness, you're here to speak. You must speak to me. You are... Need I remind you that you are under oath? Frankly, I can't believe that you're speaking to the parrot. Well, I guess we should try to get some information out of her. We need to show the judge that her owner is Mr. Yogi. Hello? Hello? What? Okay, let me save. Let's see if I can just... So that didn't work. What's your name? Polly. Polly. What's your name? Polly. Polly. What? Mr. Wright.
I think we've established that this parrot is named Polly. Does this have anything to do with her owner's identity?
Let me save first. Yes, it does. Huh, fascinating. You claim that the parrot's name will prove her owner's identity, and show us this proof. Nick, don't you think you're taking the bluffing a little too far? Listen, we're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, the proof that the parrot's name reveals the caretaker's identity is... Wait, am I actually going somewhere? With this? Okay, hold on. Attorney's badge.
The DL6 case file?
That's quite a large file you have there. Which page is this proof on, then? Show us or stop wasting our time.
Very well. Mr. Wright, please show us the page. Where in this file is the information connected to this parrot's name?
Suspect data. It's on the suspect data page. This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see?
Indeed, it does say that, yes.
What was his fiancée's name? Wait, what?
Polly Jenkins.
Polly? That's where Phoenix was going with this? I thought it was going to be because... I thought it was going to be because Yanni Yogi, he suffered memory loss from the oxygen deprivation, and the caretaker said that he kept the parrot around because he had poor memory, and the parrot helped him remember things, and I thought it was going to be because of that.
Polly!
Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who committed suicide. Oh, that's why he's named his parrot after her.
I see. I guess that is possible.
A mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Ah, you have a granddaughter? Well, Mr. Phoenix, right? Does this make you my granddaughter's fiancé? She's only 7 years old.
Indeed. Alone, this is a little weak for evidence of murder trial. We need some other corroborating evidence.
Where am I going to find that? Nick, we're getting closer. One more. If you can just get one more piece of evidence. Right, but what?
Very well, witness. You may continue.
The safe. Safe number. A safe? Why? Let's just try to get her to say anything, okay? Polly, what was the number to the safe in the shack? 1228, 1228.
My, what a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, You weren't claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker.
1225. 1228! Oh, a date that he would never forget. It does, Your Honor. That's why I had her say it. Huh, ridiculous. How can the number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's true identity? DL6 case file. Again. The DL6 case file? What is this obsession you have with that case?
Mr. Wright, where in this file is something relating to this safe number?
The case summary, Your Honor. It's on the case summary page.
The case summary?
Specifically, the date on which the DL6 incident occurred.
The date of the incident. December 28. Why, that's today's date. 15 years ago.
And the number on that safe is 1228.
Ah!
He used the date of the DL6 incident as the number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important that date was to him. A day he would never forget.
I see. It certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates
that they would never forget. But this is not tangible proof. I set my ATM card's number to 0001 because I'm number one. Don't just tell people that. You're supposed to be the best prosecutor ever. This has nothing to do with a date. Nothing. You set your ATM number to that because you're an idiot.
That's enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here.
This is a mere coincidence, that's all.
True, that is a possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me.
What are you saying? Once is happenstance, twice is a coincidence, 3 times is enemy action.
Summon the caretaker of the boat shop. Immediately. Witness, tell us your name.
Wait, this witness, he doesn't remember. No.
No, it's okay. I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done.
Nick, he looks totally different. I knew it. Sleeper agent. This is the real Yogi, I think. Finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years.
Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court.
My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court.
Order! Order! Yanni Yogi, so was it you who killed Robert Hammond and tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death?
Yes, it was me. I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond, he said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook, so I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancé, my social standing. Then, this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought this was my chance. After 15 years, this was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Miles Edgeworth and Robert Hammond. I have no regrets.
Wait a moment. Revenge against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean?
I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond.
Von Karma, where is Mr. Yogi?
Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession.
Then the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, is
Innocent. In this case, at least.
very well. Will the defendant please take the stand? There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case. So I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Robert Hammond. Any objections?
I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything?
Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth.
That confetti? Yeah, Gumshoe did that.
That is all. This court is adjourned. Did someone just say objection?
It wasn't Von Karma. Wait, but that means... No. Edgeworth? Your Honor, I object to your judgment.
What do you mean?
I'm not innocent at all. As we have heard, Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what? Nick! Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's going to say he's guilty. He's going to tell them he was the murderer in the Deal 6 incident. He's going to tell them he killed his own dad. Uh-oh, what do I do? I trust Edgeworth. I'm sure Edgeworth thought about this one long and hard. This isn't my place to interfere.
Nick, are you sure?
There's nothing we can do about it. This is his problem now. For 15 years, I've had a recurrent dream. Maybe I should have saved. Too late now. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. It's what I told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. Yogi wasn't the killer. Wait a minute. Pistol boy. Clear ballistic markings. Fired 3 times. Could it have been the same pistol? Victim's body.
You mean in the incident where your father died?
From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murderer, the criminal in the DL6 incident. It was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I am guilty for DL6, the statute of limitations of which ends today. The culprit is me. Order! Order!
This is certainly unexpected. The defendant declared innocent is confessing to a different crime. A crime for which the statute of limitations runs out today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this.
Ugh, it's obvious. We hold a trial right here, right now. We try this man for his crime of 15 years ago. I'm down with that.
I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned.
Everyone has a right to a trial, even baby Moses. I'm sorry, Wright? I've just wasted all of your effort.
Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, sir. I mean, you kill your dad?
I didn't want to believe in myself, Detective. But it's the truth. I deserve to be punished.
Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances. You have a very black and white thinking. This is crazy. Just crazy.
Nick, what are you doing?
Huh? Oh. I was just reading through the court record once more. I'm getting my case ready.
Your case? For what?
Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent. What are you talking about, pal? You just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it. In court.
I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe your nightmare.
What?
It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me.
Right.
Donate District Court, Home number 2. Read.
Now then, I would like to resume our trial.
Judge, Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let the defense do their cross-examining. The statute of limitations on the DS6 runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to learn this one by the book. Are you just straight up admitting to just doing unlawful law practices? It's like, no, this time I'm following the law. This time I'm innocent.
I see. Does the defense have any objections?
No, Your Honor. Von Karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you?
Very well.
Will Miles Edgeworth take the start? Will the witness state his name and profession?
Miles Edgeworth.
I'm a prosecuting attorney. Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct?
It is correct.
Then testify about this matter to the court. When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That will be the key, but only if I can get it to work.
Please, please.
Something to do with a bullet, right? That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted him to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all.
And until now, you thought this memory was a dream?
We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out, and I lost my memory of the events. But the same claim Mr. Yogi has made.
Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Yes, Your Honor. On to the court of reserve on her father's trial. Which trial was it? What was the trial your father was involved in on that day? I don't remember things very clearly. Only 2 things. When my father lost, and Mr. Von Carmel was the prosecuting attorney.
Mr. Von Karma, you were handling that case.
It was 15 years ago. I don't remember the details. Sure, you have a record out. Your record, right? I know lawyers keep records. That was when Edgeworth pointed out the problem in Von Karma's evidence. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. So there were 3 people, including yourself, trapped in that elevator. Yes.
Myself, my father, and Yana Yogi. Objection! Yeah, we were fine at first. Then as time passed, no one came to help. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. What did you do then? I was a 9-year-old boy at the time. What could I do? I was scared, trembling in the corner. But then... Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. The gun. What was it? A pistol. I assume it was the bail of Yana Yogi's. The safety must have come off when it fell from his holster. And you picked it up. What happened next? Picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. Wanted him to stop fighting. A single gunshot. The gun fired once. Yes. I think after I threw it, I lost consciousness. Since then, they've echoed in my head every day. That gunshot and that horrible scream. The scream. So this wasn't the murder weapon for the DL6 incident because... No, there were 3 gunshots. First gunshot was used to kill the, Hammond. Herbert Hammond. Such a basic bitch name. And then the other 2 gunshots were red herrings designed to incriminate Edgeworth. The glass. Let me save first. Okay. Yes! So, there was only 1 gunshot. Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and the scream. Then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. I see. No, Your Honor. Unfortunately, you don't. Take a look at this. This is a photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago, and in it lies a clear contradiction to Mr. Edgeworth's testimony. Well, I can see the victim, Gregory Edgeworth, lying there. But what do you mean a contradiction? Just as I thought, the judge is clueless, as always. As should be obvious, the contradiction is here. I see. A bullet hole in the door. Your Honor, Miles Edgeworth testifies that there was only 1 gunshot. However, according to this photograph, not 1, but 2 shots were fired. 1 shot hit the victim, the other hit the elevator door. I ask you then, why did Miles Edgeworth only hear 1 gunshot? Because the first gunshot hit the door, and then he fell unconscious. The second gunshot was when he was unconscious. This photograph does seem to confirm a second shot. However, when was the hole in the elevator made? It might have been there before the incident occurred. It was there before. It has nothing to do with this incident. Mr. Wright, do you have proof that this bullet hole was caused at the time of the incident? Yes. Your Honor, I think I will be able to show you proof. What? Impossible! No, Mr. Moncada. Save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show us your proof. What do you have that proves the bullet hole in the door was related to this incident? Mr. Wright, please think how we feel having to look at this evidence time and time again. Every time you show us ridiculous evidence, I feel well mocked. I mean, I really don't mean any harm by it, Your Honor. Let me save. I am not going to... Edgeworth is counting on me. Okay. So it wasn't the
Murder weapon fired twice. Your Honor, the answer is in this file. You do enjoy dragging out the file, don't you? It's a good piece of evidence. I don't accept this evidence unless you can tell us what page it's on. Which page shows the link between this bullet hole and the DL6 evidence? Victim data. Look at the victim data on this file. It says it quite plainly. The murder weapon was fired twice. Miles Edgeworth only heard one gunshot. Yet the murder weapon was fired twice. Order! Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else.
Mr. Wright, but who could that someone else be?
The murderer, of course. I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the DL6 incident case file. Look closely. Try the case summary page. Case summary page. That's on page 1. Look what is written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene.
There were lots of clues. How do you define a clue?
If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene.
Does have a point. Not if it went through the fucking door.
Sorry. The second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the only one fired by his own son.
But it was fired twice. The gun was fired twice.
That is the truth of this matter, the whole truth. It was undoubtedly something else that made that bullet hole in the door.
What was it then, huh? How come he doesn't have to prove that shit?
Order? I will have order.
Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly. That the murder weapon was fired twice at the scene of the incident. However, as Mr. Von Karma says, the second bullet fired was not found. It is highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked the second bullet. So, all we have is the single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's claim.
I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter.
Yeah, how did this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist.
Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident? What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection? I'm sorry, Maya. What? It looks like I was wrong. Nick, if the second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjectures are for nothing. He even admits he's just using conjecture. I mean, that's all this is. I've got plenty of hearsay and conjecture. Those are kinds of evidence. No. But you said you'd do it, Nick. You said you'd get Edgeworth declared innocent. I'm sorry. It's just, when I saw the photograph, I thought that 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it. I thought I'd won. You don't have to. I thought there was another person. Someone else who fired the killing shot. But now, I was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. Nick.
Well, it seems that we finally cleared up this incident. Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth.
Precisely.
I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any objections?
No. No, I do not.
So, you killed your father, though that was not your intention.
Yes, I did. Oh no. He's accepted the guilt.
Very well. The statute of limitation on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce a verdict on the defendant today, right here.
Right now?
Indeed. Does anyone have any objections?
I've been here before. It's just like my first day in court. There are so many things I know I should be saying. Oh, my mind's gone blank. I can't find the words. Mr. Wright? Objection. Your Honor, I object. Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object? Nick? I don't know. His case is perfect. Oh, no. It must exist. The second bullet. What? What did you just say? Nothing. A second bullet must exist. But where? Someone took it. It seems Wayden is not going to produce us any answers for Mr. Wright. Your ghost mentor is talking to you. Wait, Your Honor. The second bullet. It existed. What? But we've just had proof that it did not exist. That was conjecture. I realize that, Your Honor. I'm really grasping here. You mean you weren't before? It's just someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened. But who? The murderer. The murderer? Then tell us, just who is this murderer? It's fucking... I'm still thinking about that one. So the criminal took the second bullet. But why? Huh? To incriminate Miles, of course. First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there some pressing need for the murderer to find it? Yes, the murderer had to find it. Of course there was a need. That's why they took it. But what possible reason could they have had? Well, the reason the murderer took the bullet away from the scene with them is... the bullet would be proof. Maybe they thought that the bullet would be used as proof? Proof? It was a special bullet, so they took it with them. If that was the case, then they should have taken the bullet from inside Gregory as well. Huh? Why would they only take one of the 2 shots fired? Oh, right. Have you really thought this through? I'm gonna have to penalize it. No, fuck that. Objection. Had to find it. These seem like the same thing, but anyway. Well, the murderer was a very cautious sort, you see. That's why the murderer had to search for that bullet. If that was the case, then they should have taken the bullet from inside Gregory as well. Huh? Why would they only take one of the 2 shots fired? Oh, right. Okay, so both options are busted. Where is it? Why would the murderer have spent the time to look for that stray bullet? I haven't got a clue. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? The murderer had no reason to take this bullet. You don't want to admit it, but it's true. Had to take it? The murderer, what does that mean? You're thinking too normal. Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have no idea what I'm doing. I mean, well, the bullet had no intention to take it. Murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene. But the murderer had to take that bullet. Had to, Mr. Wright? What do you mean? Well, for instance... For instance what? Maybe the bullet, hit the murderer. The bullet hit the murderer? Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you would have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there. You know? Wait, that actually makes sense. I was just talking off the top of my head, but what if that's really what happened?
Let me get this straight. So at the time of the murderer himself was shot.
Yeah, first shot hit the murderer, second shot killed Gregory.
And they left with the second bullet still inside of them, thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime?
Yes, I guess that's how it would work, yeah.
But there's a problem with that. The other two people rescued from that elevator, Miles Edgeworth and Yanni Yogi, were both unharmed. So that would mean
the murderer came from outside, yes. Right, the bullet went through the door. The two men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges, and the bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the... Fuck. They go through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside.
Mr. Wright, you truly are the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known.
I learned it all from my mentor, Mia Fey. They call her Mia Fey because she learned lawyering from the courts of the fairies. I didn't read that. What are you saying? Deny it! Deny it! No one involved with the incident was wounded. There was no murderer. Oh, yeah, there was. No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right. I can't think of anyone. Hey, Nick. Huh? I just thought of something really crazy. Crazy? Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday?
Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record.
Wow.
It must have been quite a shock.
Ah! Crawley's on my fucking knees! I hate bugs, I hate bugs!
Must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting.
Why would he just... What if Von Karma didn't take that vacation because of shock, but took it because he was injured? Which would mean he's the killer. It could only mean one thing. He was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth. It was Von Karma. Oh, man.
Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You seem dazed.
No, Your Honor.
Well, you have indicated a possibility that the murderer came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect?
Uh-oh. Should I come out and say it now? Say it now! Your Honor, there is a suspect. One lone suspect.
Well, this is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who was your suspect?
My hands are shaking. Oh, it's just like your very first trial. Calm yourself. Von Karma!
Von Karma?
It was you! You are the cringe-ass name-day baby of legend.
The Von Karma? The prosecutor? The one standing right over there?
You don't object? I see no need. Why honor this ridiculous outburst with my objection? Because you took a vacation for several months starting the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason? Because you had to. So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident. Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery, no? Where did I go into the knife at, Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor that operated on me. Have him testify. Nick, let's find out who his doctor is. It's no use. It's no use! Edgeworth? I know Von Karma, perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That would leave a doctor as a witness. Nobody's that perfect. So what, Nick? Did Von Karma pull the bullet out by himself? That's insane. No, he couldn't have. You can't just pull bullets out of yourself. Unless you have... a fishing pole? What does that mean? That bullet has to be somewhere. But where? Well, Mr. Wright, can you produce evidence to prove that I was shot? Match the murder weapon's barrel. This is the bullet taken from Gregory Edgeworth's heart, so... it's gotta be somewhere. It's my attorney's badge. It was made from a bullet. No. Oh, I can. All right, Von Karma, I'll prove it. And I'll even use evidence. I know how you like it so much. What? The evidence that proves Von Karma was shot is the metal detector. Von Karma is perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery, leaving an evidence trail. So then I ask, where is that bullet now? I think it unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself. You don't mean? I do. There is the possibility that the bullet is still inside Von Karma. Is that even possible for all these years? Well, there's one way to find out. We could use this metal detector. Well, Von Karma, I'm going to run this over you and see what we find. I refuse! You refuse? But refusing this means... you acknowledge that the bullet is still inside you. Admission of guilt. Order, order, order! Your Honor, the defense requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector. Judge, I call for a suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy. He would say privacy. The statute of limitations runs out onto this case today. It was you who said we had to end it right here, right now. Yeah, if you suspend the trial, then that means you won't get to, get that guilty verdict on Edgeworth. Enough. I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing. Nick, what does this mean? I don't know, but we have to give it a shot. Poor choice of words, Phoenix. Very poor choice of words. And we're sure that's not his brooch or his attorney badge, right? It reacted. Something's inside his right shoulder. The bullet. Mr. Von Karma. You. It was you. You are the cringe-ass Nene baby of legend. I made that joke twice. Don't do it again. I was afraid this would happen, and so I remained silent. Indeed, there was a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident. What? I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to DL6.
Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that?
Prove? I have no obligation to prove evidence. Anything. You're the one always going off about evidence. It's always evidence, evidence, evidence. It is Mr. Wright who must prove something here. God damn it. Kangaroo court strikes again. Not I. Mr. Wright. Then again, I did make the claim, so...
Can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Von Karma's shoulder was from DL6?
Of course he can't. You don't have any of the DL6 evidence. I do have one. That's because you took it out of the records room yesterday. But I do have one piece of evidence. With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright. Oh, no, you don't. No, I'm not the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma. What? What's it? Oh, God, I hope that didn't come up on camera. What? You were close, one day away from freedom. But you see, I have proof. What? Who would have thought you would dig your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. And here's my final proof. The bullet! That's a bullet. Where did you get that? This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. It was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely, with all the ballistic markings intact. Ballistic markings. You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago. Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with that weapon's unique pattern. So, kind of like a serial number. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. Yeah, so serial numbers. It's quite accurate. We have 2 bullets in our possession. One, the bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet buried in your shoulder. We could analyze both bullets. Then, if the markings matched, we would know that both bullets have been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol, in other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder. We'll then compare the ballistic markings to those on this bullet. And solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma... Okay, I'm not... That scream. I've heard that scream before. Wait, I know. Help! I can't breathe! Quiet. I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. Stop breathing my ear! I'll stop you. Stop breathing my ear! Get away! Get away from my father! Bang! It's that scream I heard in the elevator 15 years ago. Von Karma, it was you who screamed. Mr. Von Karma? Whoa, Edgeworth! Edgeworth! Only you would dare defy me! So, it was you. You and your father are my curse! Your father shamed me with a penalty on my record! And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade! I'll bury you! I'll bury you with my dear hands! Death! Death! Chief Prosecutor, I am sorry. Von Karma, it's not like you to make this kind of error. I never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you. I was careless. I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalized. I've covered for you into the past, though not this time. Oh, that's why. It was a shock like none I had ever known. Me? Penalized? It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly, I found myself in the darkness. I was in the court records room. I must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went out into the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button, but nothing happened. Then, there was a noise. I was in pain. A horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Just then, the lights came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew then it was destiny. Gone. In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died, never knowing who had shot him. Later, he spoke through a medium, blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was the perfect crime. Not even God knew. I don't know. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Who would have thought another man would have come to open that elevator door? Judge. What? What are you doing? Do your job. Bring it into this miserable charade. Now, end it.
Very well. It appears that we have come a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years later. Mr. Miles Edgeworth?
Yes, Your Honor.
You were innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare.
Yes, Your Honor.
This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth.
Woohoo!
That is all. This court is adjourned.
What a day.
Nick, we did it! Did you see his face? Von Karm looked even paler than usual. He's pretending to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick. Crushed! I gotta say, I'm impressed.
It was pretty close, though. I was sure we'd had it. I know, I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself. But now it's all just a good memory. So, it's finally over, Edgeworth.
Guess this makes us even, huh?
Right. Yeah? I'm not sure how to say this.
I know. Try thank you.
I see. Thank you, Wright.
You're welcome.
I think you could have done better than that.
No, I'll take it.
Sorry. I'm not good at this sort of thing.
You got a lot to learn, Edgewright. Edgewright. That's the ship name. She's got you there. Whoop! Amazing, pal. You pulled through just like I thought you would. I'll never forget this. I owe you one, pal. And tonight, let's party. Dinner's on me. Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month. But who cares? See, Mr. Edgeworth, you should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you. Yeah.
I see.
Whoop.
I feel foolish.
Yeah, don't worry. Take it a little at a time. You'll get used to it.
It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded.
Hey, y'all! Lotta! Y'all were great in there.
Thank you.
Yo, Edgeworth, congrats!
Thank y'all very much.
I knew you were in from the start, of course. Just look at you. You weren't sticking your hand in the cookie jar even if no one was there.
You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you?
Yeah, well, let bygones be bygones, eh? Speaking of which, what are you doing now, Lotta? Who, me? Oh, I went back to college. I gave up trying to be an investigative photographer very quick. I mean, you found a photo that... Really? That's too bad. Huh? Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park?
Huh? It's over, Nick! My life is over! Why the sad face, Larry? What's happened now? Oh, Nick, I'm not long for this world. You don't look sick. It's Beyonce. She's going to live in Paris. Paris, Nick! She's leaving me behind! Should have seen that coming. Yo, Edgy, there you are. Yes. Here I am. Here I am. This is me. Congrats, Edgy. Here, a little gift from me in celebration. Celebration? That's unusual for you. Harry Butts, you come along tonight too. My treat, pal. Huh? Thanks. Looking forward to it. He's just gonna give everyone like a cup of noodles. Each of us a cup of noodles. Yo, Nick. That's the suit that questioned me. When he says treat, that's not police talk for prison food, right? Nah, he's just gonna give you a cup of noodles. I think you'll be fine, Larry. Right. Yeah? What's up? That envelope that Larry gave me. It's got money in it. Well, yeah, that's not that strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes. It's $38, right? Huh? Weird amount. I mean, it's not a little, but it's not a lot either. 38 exactly? Nick! Wasn't that exactly the amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth in school? 38? No. No, Larry, it was you! What are you so surprised about, right? Huh? Larry was absent that day from school, right? But that doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. What? Think back to that day 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored, so he came into school anyway. Then he saw the money lying there, and the rest is history. I never was good at history. Larry Butts, he might be the most important character in Ace Attorney lore. If it weren't for him, Phoenix would never become a lawyer. Edgeworth would never become a lawyer. Edgeworth. You didn't know, did you? I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember? Yeah, too well. Right, you may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the butts. I know. Really, Wright, I'm surprised you didn't figure it out. Well, this sure is an unexpected turn of events, eh? Edgeworth. You should have told me. Oh, now, Nick, it was 15 years ago. And if he didn't tell you, would have never become a lawyer. Don't you think the statute of limitations has run out, Mr. Edgeworth? I'd say so, yes. There you have it. Gosh. Where does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did. And, well, you have always been something of an insufferable emotionalist. Yeah, and you get worked up too easily, too. The death sentence for both of you. Man, if only I'd known I'd become a prosecutor. Same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought that I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all. Edgeworth. Want to switch, right? Hey, y'all. Line up. I'll take a photo. Hey, photo time. Let's go. And after that, dinner on me. Detective Gumshoe took us out in the town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom, even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention. For, I don't know exactly what. Wright & Co. Law Offices. I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. Had a little too many hamburgers, eh? Huh? Still only 5 o'clock. Maybe I should go back to sleep. Phoenix, do you live here? What's this? A letter? Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you, it made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium. In training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth, too. I wanted to help you. But I couldn't. I was useless, so I've decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium, for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick. Oh. Goodbye? What time is it? The first trains for the mountains have already left to the station. I guess I'm too late. Hey! Nick! Maya? So, you're leaving? Yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay? Wait. What? What? I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help. Huh? On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice. You heard my sister? Yes, only her voice, but still. It was at the very end when I thought we'd lost everything. Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped, and Mr. Grossberg, and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick. But you were the one who stopped Von Karma, Maya. Huh? I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in a daze. Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped. Evidence? Show Maya some evidence to cheer her up. Yeah. It was the bullet. You found this bullet, Maya. You did. A bullet? Von Karma was convinced he had taken all the evidence pertaining to DL6, but you were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence we needed. This was the bullet that put an end to Von Karma, and you were the one who gave it to me. Nick. Thanks, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you. I'll be back soon. Huh? I'm going to complete my training and come back. Okay. I'll be waiting. Of course you will. You can't run that office by yourself. You're hopeless. I don't know about that. Whoop! Gotta go! So, this is it. See you soon, See you soon, Maya. Aww. Thanks, Nick. And so my story ends. Time to turn a new page. And say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now a new story begins. With the same old crazy cast of characters. Huh. Don't think you've graduated yet, amateur.
Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim?
Yes, Your Honor. Uh-oh, I got a bad feeling about this. Yeah! Woohoo! Okay, I'm gonna let the credits roll. I need to pee. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, it rolls. Okay. More. Okay. Phoenix Wright? Is he an actor? Well, I'm not buying it. You can't be a star with a name like Phoenix. Really now? Have you heard of a movie called Joker? I guess you could call that poorly aged, huh? Wonder if that's on the poorly aged thing. Okay. I'm pleased to announce the Phoenix Princess is a hit. I sure owe that Mr. Wright a great deal. Oh, and I'm keeping my face out of the public eye till the show's over. I wouldn't want to ruin any kid's dreams, you know. I think this technically makes him a drag queen. You go, girl. Ace Attorney breaking gender norms. Oh, I got a letter from Maya the other day. It sounds like she caught a cold standing under a waterfall. I wanted to visit, but didn't have time, so I sent her some princess trading cards. She says she can't buy them where she is. What kind of place is she living at anywhere? A bit of a hermit. It's a Doctor Who quote. Don't I know it? Would play a Doctor Who game on stream, but there are like only 2 Doctor Who games, and they're both VR. Right? Who's that? You want to talk? Let's talk Pink Princess. All right. But, you know, I snuck into the studio the other day, and I saw her. The one inside the Pink Princess suit. Ugh, what a dog. It was kind of a shock for a boy of my tender age. Don't tell the Daily Mail. They'll turn it into a... They'll make a... They'll make a federal case out of it. Yeah, I remember, right? That lawyer guy. Huh? Me? I'm a trained to become a paranormal photographer. You know that picture I took of everyone? Well, just behind them, there's a ghost. For real. Now that's talent. I'm gonna be famous. Really now? A ghost? Oh, I wish I saw the picture. Maybe must have missed it. Or maybe it just not show up yet. Only one way to find out. Oh my god! Oh! Ghost! 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 Edgeworth staring at Phoenix's ass. Ah. Oh! A new episode has been added. Rise from the Ashes. We're still an Ace Attorney. Still Ace Attorney. I'm gonna see the epilogue. We're gonna see the opening. Just see the opening. This is the epilogue. I'm assuming this leads into, like, the second game. Whoa. Two of them. Oh. Oh. It's been 2 months since Maya left the office. 2 months without a single trial. I've had offers, but none I've took. That is, until the day that girl showed up. And who was that girl? Well... that we will find out next time. I've been playing this for 2 hours. It's done. Have a good day, y'all.